It was actually a good day today. Welcome, everyone. Oh, look at that. It just showed this. Oh no, it just ended. No, that happened yesterday. We ended everything yesterday in terms of the family plan. But welcome, everyone, to Petey Aprendendo Português. We're close to Cinderella hour. Not too close. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta stop doing this at night, I do like taking, okay, ended up doing a bunch of matches. Oh, this thing. I wish this had a name. I'm disappointed that this doesn't have a name to it. Like, it's just June Badge. I feel like it's like Pokemon where they just stopped. New friend quest with Uni. And we're halfway. I got 12 lessons in. Uni's got 2. So, yeah, we're pretty much, cooking with gas here. But let's double check the... Okay. We're not too bad off. So we started strong. And my goal, I'm thinking we do like 100 a day. Because we got that first first impression. I'm just going to start the lesson. So, we're almost done with this 2000 series of Rees. And, it started in 2025, which is kind of interesting. It was kind of like our quarter quell challenge. But then it ended up kind of evolving into something else entirely. I just kept it going. And it's kind of interesting. Today, I'm going to call it 2099 if we make it. 2099. Like 1999. Only 90s kids will remember. I'd say if I make it this long, it'll be my year of recapitulation. Just the cherry on top, looking back at the century and seeing all the good, all the bad. And it's interesting too. Today I'm kind of recapitulating or remembering, I suppose, all the ups and downs. Loss of friends, gaining of new ones, rekindling as the theme of 2026. And then just, I feel like in the 20s, it's gotten to be more popular, or not positive, not popular. It's gotten to be more positive wording, rekindling, rebirth. I feel like rebirth could also be substituted for reforged. I think that's going to be what I'm going to have it. Did I do rebirth twice? No, I didn't. I did restart twice, but I could substitute it with something. Regrowth, reunite, reignite, reflection. Because that'll be like 2030. Reaffirmation, resolve, rejoice, readjust, resurge, restore, realign, recommit, repair. Because I was repairing stuff in my job. Reminisce, rebirth, reclaim, reconcile, reassess, reassert, remind, reconnect, refresh, reject, reunion, relentless, relief, realize, recounting, recharge, retry, release, recover, retire, remembrance. I feel like that's a little bit more like of a somber thing. Recuperate, relinquish, as in relinquish maybe desires of something. Rebalance, restart, reassembly, reorganize, restart again, which I feel like I had a lot of restarting in that phase of it. Relish, reverberate, remit, resign, reorient. And resign was the day I resigned from my job. Reorient, reengage, resonate, rejoin, reverence. And rejoin, I think, is when I actually rejoined the town band I was in. Reverence, relate, recommend, restraint, revel, redemption. And I feel like redemption could probably be in an earlier one. This is kind of a fun game, Recenter. Did I do recenter? No, I don't think I did. Resilience, readying, which is kind of readying the end. I think this is when I resigned, and then 2 weeks later, I was readying the end. Return, back to start. And I did restart a third time, but I changed it to reset, which was kind of the end. Revisit, revitalize, rest, recall, refine, reinvigorate, which I ended up sick the next day, reign, feeling kingly, revolution, reverence, renew, and finally, recap at 11:11 p.m. Let's begin. And of course, we got to say goodbye to 2098, of course. And that is, you know, even though I feel like renew would have been good for 2100, I feel like renewal, you know, comes in a whole... I mean, it was June 1st on a Monday. Let's be real here. So that's going to be what I think about in life. So we're gonna do gingerly. We are going to do some stuff in this recapitulation day, which is 2099. Let's do our best. We got 3. We ran out of our hearts relatively quickly, so we're probably gonna have to just work with 4, and just practice to earn hearts. We really did try to push forward here, but I'm thinking as a oh yeah, we got to do, I think, story time. And I don't know which one I want to do. Oh, you know what? Can you take a photo? I was doing that earlier. We're doing headshots for the band's album. Let's start there.
Você pode tirar uma foto?
Can you take a photo?
Zari vê o professor dela, Oscar.
Zari sees her professor, Oscar.
Você pode tirar uma foto minha, por favor?
Can you take my photo, please?
Por quê?
Why?
Para eu colocar nas minhas redes sociais.
So I can be for my social medias. This is basically it. Why does Zari want... Yeah, she wants to send it to a boy she likes. Oh, that's cute. She's adorable.
Preciso ir para uma reunião de professores, Zari.
I need to go to a teacher's meeting, Zari.
Por favor.
Please?
Está bem.
All right.
Obrigada. Aqui está.
Now here's my telephone.
Está bem.
Minuto.
Right.
Estou bonita?
1 minute. Am I beautiful?
Eu não sei.
I don't know.
Sim, eu sou bonita.
Yeah, I am beautiful.
Excelente.
Excellent. Why'd you even ask, lady?
Você quer tirar a foto do lado da porta?
Zari. Watch. Next to... Oh, no. This is like... Em frente.
Ou na frente da porta?
Em frente. Or lado.
Do lado da porta.
Do lado... Eu quero frente.
Eu gosto na frente da porta.
This is like... I hate to be like stereotypical with that, you know. But, you know, this is kind of a girl...
Zari.
A girl's girl over here. Love it. Zari is taking too long to decide, right?
Está bem. Você pode tirar a foto.
All right, I can take the photo.
Oscar tira a foto.
Oscar takes the picture.
Obrigada.
Thank you.
Ei, eu quero uma foto minha, não sua.
Hey, I want a photo of me, not yours.
Ah, não. Já está na internet.
Oh no, it's already on the internet.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Olha, sua foto já tem 20 comentários.
Wow, your photo has 20 comentarios. Oops, Oscar accidentally posted his own photo accidentally. Why? Hey, let's do the matchy match. Why? Porque, to put. Colocar, already, já, to take, tirar, sempre, always, for the win. And there you have it. There we go, story complete, and let's see that day streak. The last bit that we're going to see in the 2-0 category, 2-0. And it's been 1,000 days since we've seen 1-0. And it was kind of seeing that second zero, that second digit being a 0. But for now, this is going to be the last time we get to enjoy it for another 1,000 days. Or, what is it, 900 days-ish? Let's see that flame. And boom, 2,099 days on the day streak. Keeping that flame going, keeping it alive. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, we've gone through so much to get here. Yes, a beautiful day indeed. Yes, 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 yes. And let's get this bad boy in the road. Oops. Swipe some stuff down. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. And come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Nope, you're not getting any stuff from me because I'm stingy as heck. Boom. 2099. You're the last of 5% of learners to extend their streak today. Nice save. Yay, Petey. I like the yay, Petey. I love the positive affirmations, man. I'm a simple man with simple desires, simple dreams. And, you know, 2099. God dang, I can't stop looking at it. And also, you know, the matchy match almost got perfect. We got here, aqui, hand, mount, wife, esposa, you know, doing all these. And I just like doing it like that. See, I'd like to poke my head behind it, but the autofocus doesn't know where to go. Ow, you fucking bitch. What happened to grandmother? I remember grandmother from years ago. When you look at older streams of mine, when I was streaming from my bedroom at home, I was like, grandmother, I'll never go to fucking, you know, Facebook ever again. But of course, the band that I'm in requires me to. So that's the unfortunate truth to this, kids. And boom, 2099 on the day streak on a Tuesday. I can't believe, you know, I don't like doing the 2100s on a weekday. I wish it was all on a Friday, you know? Why can't we have like a 10-day weekly schedule, you know? So I could do day 1 is Monday, and, you know, Planet X is, you know, where Saturday was, or something along those lines. And I think Domingo is just, you know, Dominus, like the sun. Yeah. Because it's based off of Phoenician Canaanite sun worship. And of course, if it's considered sacrilege, I apologize. But I am, you know, I'm just one person. 2099, let's continue on. Let's make this a thing to remember. It's cool how we started out the day streak, recapitulating, recapping everything. And we are looking to, yeah, we're 5 ranks away from the demotion zone. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh wow, we really are losing it. So I'm thinking if we get up to like 300, we'll be fine. We're close to 300. I'm not too picky here. Practice to earn some hearts. We got to get some. Because I can't wait.
Africano.
African.
Pijama.
Pajamas.
Fofoca.
Gossip.
Garrafa.
Garrafa's bottle.
Pijama.
Some of these are new words.
Forte.
Strong.
Sobrinha.
Niece.
Sábado.
Saturday.
Tempo.
Time.
Os relógios.
The clocks.
Mais
One more.
Menino.
Boy.
Forte.
Strong.
Janta.
Dinner.
Na sexta-feira, tem show na cidade? Show.
Is there a show in the city on Friday?
Você gosta da decoração? Você gosta da decoração?
Do you like the decoration?
O show é interessante.
O show é interessante. The show is interesting. O show é...
A decoração da festa é linda. Da festa é linda.
The party decorations are beautiful.
A
Jantar?
Janta, não. É hoje.
Okay.
Quais dessas sandálias você prefere?
Which of these sandals do you prefer?
Na sexta-feira, tem balada lá? Na sexta-feira, tem balada lá?
On Friday, is there a party there?
Quais desses cintos você quer?
Which of these belts do you want? The show. O show está, is it no sábado? No sábado. Do you seem jantar no sábado? Você tem tempo no sábado? Alright, we're going to hit continue, and we're going to gain another heart. We're only 9 XP away from moving up. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if Gregor's W is looking to, like, rank up here. But, you know, like, our 16th place person he's only got, like, 50 XP, so I'm not too worried about that. And you know what? I might regret this. Well, I don't know, actually. I think tomorrow I might actually grind without, like, raw dogging it style. Just, you know, without any milk. And what I mean, what does that mean, Petey? Like, I know that there's, like, a friend quest that gets, like, 30 XP, or, you know, for 30 minutes. I kind of like saving that for Sunday. Granted, I could try to supercharge my week, essentially, and just have it be super duper competitive, and then just the rest of the week we are, you know, in a totally new, you know, a totally new era, so to speak. Yeah, maybe I'll indulge in it, and I'll actually. But I will claim in shop, so I'll have like 45 minutes worth of double XP. That'll be pretty cool. 45 minutes worth of double XP. Just so you know. Just so you know. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like, if I do 45 minutes worth of double XP, you know, grind a little bit, you know, with 15 minutes, let's say, of just trying to get the first iteration of double XP, I think that's how we'll do it. And then we'll just, you know, burn through it. We'll be efficient. We'll just get a bunch of stuff done. I mean, today's about recap, right? Recapitulation of what we did for the last 100 days within the cracking of the new millennium. And, you know, being caught up, and we'll get into that in a minute too. Let's do some actual work here. Discuss past New Year's celebrations. We ended up getting borked in the butthole here. A história que você contou foi tão ridícula e
História você
you
contou
told
tão foi tão
was so
ridícula.
ridiculous and funny. Engraçada.
Cachaça. Roda.
Cachaça. Roda is wheel.
Anedota.
Pedra.
O cunhado alto.
Cunhado alto. The tall brother-in-law.
O cunhado dela.
Cunhado dela. Her brother-in-law. Contou. I did reconte. That's stupid. Porque ele contou uma história tão ridícula.
Por que seu cunhado está dançando assim? Cansado. Cunhado.
Why is your brother-in-law dancing like that?
Porque ele no contou aquela anedota.
Why did he tell that joke?
Uma anedota sobre a festa.
Oh, an anecdote about the party. Nobody says anecdote.
Ela não parava de criticar os jogos da festa.
Criticar.
Ela não parava de criticar os jogos da
Okay. She wouldn't stop criticizing the party games. Meu cunhado sempre faz a melhor comida nas festas.
Meu cunhado sempre conta piadas nas festas.
Meu cunhado sempre conta piadas nas festas. My brother-in-law always tells jokes at parties.
Anedota. Essa anedota é perfeita para na festas.
Na festas? Perfeito para festas. Yeah, okay.
Meu cunhado sempre faz a melhor comida nas festas. Cansado. Cunhado.
My brother-in-law always makes the best food at parties. Meu cunhado sempre faz a melhor comida nas festas.
Por que ele contou aquela anedota?
Why did he tell that joke? Why did he tell that joke? Yes. Eu gosto de criticar as... What's piadas? I'm just gonna guess piadas. He likes to criticize his friends' jokes.
Acidente.
Accident?
Cachaça.
Cachaça?
Vivo.
I know that one.
Anedota.
Anecdote. I know cachaça.
Ele sempre critica as festas. Química. Critica.
He always criticizes the parties, but he attends all of them. Por que ele contou uma história tão ridícula? Ridiculous. Why does he tell so many ridiculous stories? Okay, so we got an even bit. 236, quite a beautiful number, I will say. And George's is not really budging that much. I mean, given his punk rock aesthetic, like his you know, Ed, Edd n Eddy looking, smug ass looking face, I think he's looking to last minute undercut somebody. Or no, I think he's just looking to survive Sunday, Monday. He's very similar to me then. So it looks like 1,500 is his average, 1,410 is mine. And he just wants to assure a good day. And yeah, 191. We might even just let this cook for a bit. You know, practice during hearts.
Limitado.
Limited.
Antes.
Before.
Prometer.
Promise.
Usado.
Used. High.
Alto.
Sim, faz frio em setembro.
Yes, it's cold in September. I was going to say during, but I feel like... Yeah. O preço da casa está muito alto. The price of the house is very high. Story of my life.
Você tem alguma fruta?
Do you have any frutas? Banheiro para casa é limitado. Orçamento, I don't know.
Para. Casa.
I feel like the bathroom
Limitado.
is limited.
Casa. Para.
That could mean anything. The budget for the house. I feel like the bathroom is very limited. Like, because you're restricted to space. Like, I was thinking... this is a promoter. Like, I feel like it could go either way. Like, some of these are kind of conceptual. Like, what is it trying to mean? Like, what is it trying to get me to say? And I fell for the trap here. Orçamento's budget. The budget for the house. But I feel like the bathroom for the house is limited, like in terms of options for redecorating.
Você tem algum lenço aí? Lado. Lenço.
My parents are getting their house redone. Or not their house, but just their bathroom. And I guess that's on my mind today. Do you have a handkerchief there?
Vocês têm alguma máscara em casa? Vocês têm alguma máscara em casa? Casa.
Do you have any masks at home?
Faz frio em setembro no meu país.
Faz frio em setembro no meu país. It's cold in September in my country. Ooh.
Oh,
Aluguel
Aluguel. Está muito alto.
Rent's very high.
Tem alguma farmácia perto daqui?
Tem alguma farmácia perto daqui? Is there a pharmacy nearby?
Faz calor no verão?
Is it hot in the summer?
Tem
Yes.
algum remédio para dor de barriga?
Tem a what?
Tem algum remédio para dor de barriga?
Gengibre. Is there any medicine for a stomach ache? Calor, like calories.
O meu orçamento é limitado. O meu orçamento é limitado.
My budget's limited. Você tem... Oh, fuck! Você tem algum problema? O orçamento... Alguma... Problema. Algum problema. Jeez. I don't think I got that. Yeah, we didn't get 10 in a row. Ah, damn. That's alright. That's alright. We're still in 10th place. You know, and if we get a little bit too antsy or we get a little bit too spicy with our overachieving, because okay, Pecan Pizza. Oh, Pecan Pizza. You've got to be learning Italian. You've got to be. I swear to God, I know somebody with that name. Holy shit, they've got 28,000 or 2,800, and the day streak. Holy shit. God damn. All right, let's Wow, we've got 15 mistakes to erase. If we were to get Super Duo back, I kind of wish it archived it all. You know, like I wish Mistake Eraser actually kept all of this. You know, because like I think if you max out at like 30 or so, it just deletes the old one, and I don't like that. Man, we got 4 out of 60 for the quests. Man. That's annoying. Discuss past New Year's celebrations. No ano novo nós comemos 12 uvas. In the new year, we ate 12 grapes.
Roda.
Wheel.
Insistir.
Insist.
Uva.
Grape.
Parar.
Stop.
Trouxemos presentes para todos.
Trouxemos presentes para todos. We bought gifts for everyone.
Eu tenho um desejo de viajar no Natal.
Desejo. I have a dream to travel at Christmas.
Por que as uvas são importantes? 2 uvas.
Why are grapes important at the party? Temos o costume de jantar juntos na festa. Desejos.
Ano.
Shut up.
Desejos de ano novo.
Temos o costume de jantar juntos na festa.
We have the custom dining at the party. What? We have the custom of dining. Oh, juntos. Fuck. Nós. Oh, man. Trouxemos doces para a festa.
Esse costume local. Costumar. Costume.
The local custom.
O número 31.
The number 31.
Dissemos que o Natal é especial para nós.
Dissemos que o Natal é especial para nós. We said that the Christmas is special to us.
A uva doce.
Uva doce, the sweet grape.
Meu desejo.
My dream, my wish. Just my wish. Just that one.
Gasolina.
Gasoline.
Uva.
Grape.
Poste.
Post.
Selva.
That's jungle.
Nós trouxemos música animada ontem.
We brought cheerful music yesterday.
Você
sabe
que
que
temos 31
hóspedes. What's guests? Convidados?
convidados.
Porque temos 31 convidados. Você sabe por que temos 31 convidados. All right.
Temos o costume de jantar juntos na festa.
We have the custom of dining together at the party. I forgot juntos, which is dining together. Você sabe que por que nós temos 31 convidados. Excuse me. Does anybody know why we have 31 guests? Okay. That was not 10 in a row. But we did get up to 10th place. It's sacanagem. Okay, so we're ranked up again. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to get 10 correct in a row in 4 lessons. And we can't even do it once. We're going to do a quick practice, though.
Tosse.
Toss.
Clínica.
Clinic.
Pé.
Foot.
Trazer.
To bring.
Tosse.
Toss is cough, okay. Na
esquerda.
Doutor.
Doctor.
Caderno. Caderno. Arrumar.
Tidy up.
Moço.
Moço's boy.
Caderno.
Notebook.
A sua mala está no táxi?
I thought that meant sir. Yeah, is your suitcase in the taxi?
Papel.
Paper?
Doutor.
Doctor?
Babá.
Papa. Is probably nanny.
Moça.
Moça's
A Ana
girl.
está no aeroporto, né?
Anna's at the airport, right?
A loja fica na esquerda. Na.
The store is located on the left.
Vai buscar quando chegar. Vai buscar quando chegar. Chegar.
Go get it when you arrive.
Sugiro ouvir música para relaxar.
Sugiro ouvir para música. Sugiro ouvir música para relaxar. I suggest listening to music to relax.
É importante não ser arrogante com ele. É importante não ser arrogante com ele. Ele.
It's important to not be arrogant with him.
Ó. Meu. Tio.
Quer
Quer.
chá.
Chá.
Would like a tea. That's not how the fuck you say it. But
A
okay.
clínica fica longe.
The clinic is far away.
Sugiro. Ouvir. Puff.
Ouvir.
Ouvir.
Música para
relaxar.
I feel like poor música is what it's... Okay, para relaxar. Never mind. We got it. Eu posso explicar atrás. Depois. Posso explicar de... Okay, sim. Tenho tio. Yes, I have an uncle. Arrogante ou não, ele tem is it uma coração ou coração? Coração boa. Or bom. Okay. Eu posso explicar later. Depois. There we go. That's the word for it. So we got 10 in a row. So that gave us another heart, I believe. And yeah, we got 10 in a row in 3 lessons. So that is going to be something. We got 8 minutes left to get the 4. We're going to practice to earn hearts. Let's give it a go.
Euro.
Euro.
Buscar.
To pick up.
Esperar.
To wait.
Enviar.
To send. Between.
Entre.
Pegar.
To catch. To grab.
Chegar.
To arrive.
Trem.
Train.
Usar.
Use.
A graduação mudou a vida da minha avó.
Graduation changed my life. My grandmother's life. Na minha infância eu gostava de brincar no parque. As a child, I liked to play in the park.
A gente vai trabalhar duro por 2 dias. Duro.
I'm going to work hard for 2 days.
Minha avó estudava em uma escola pequena.
My grandmother studied at a small school.
A sua casa fica entre uma loja e um banco.
A sua casa fica entre uma loja e banco. Your house is located between the store and the bank.
Eles vão estar aqui por 3. Eles vão estar aqui por 3 dias.
What? Oh, vão. Okay. Ok, tempo. Quando. Quando. Tempo.
Horas.
Will we be there? Nós vamos.
Vamos.
Lá.
Lá.
No, estar lá. Estar lá.
Estar.
Okay. Que horas nós vamos estar lá?
Eu quero euros.
Euros?
Eu quero euros.
Na aula, ela escutava a professora. Na aula, ela escutava a professora.
In class, she was listening to the teacher.
Fazer uma graduação.
To get a degree.
Eu andava de bicicleta na minha infância. Eu andava de bicicleta na minha infância.
During my childhood, I would ride a bicycle. To name. Na Venezuela. Né? Okay.
Eles vão estar aqui por 3. Eles vão estar aqui por 3 dias.
They will be here for days.
Que. Horas.
Will we be there?
O meu.
Shut up.
Nós. Vamos.
Estar
lá.
And we only got 8 in a row. FML, man. We got another heart. And that's going to turn into, that's going to turn into 5 hearts, or that's going to give us an extra heart in like just a couple minutes. So we're not really going to get double XP per se. because just the 10 in a row and 4 lessons is such a pain in the peener. And I'm almost caught up with George's W. And I don't really want to do too many lessons because I kind of want to get the dunk at 2100. So there's a lot of things that's locking us
Estrada.
up. Wheel, road.
Perdoar.
Perdoar. Is that forgive?
Anterior.
Previous?
Roda.
Wheel. A melhor lembrança que tenho é nossa festa de Ano Novo. The best memory I have is of our New Year's party. As lembranças da festa me fazem feliz. The memories of the party make me happy.
Elas trouxeram muitos amigos para a festa.
They brought a lot of friends to the party. Passada, anterior.
Meus amigos disseram que gostaram da decoração.
My friend says they like the decoration.
Festejamos muito na festa de casamento.
We celebrated a lot at the wedding party. Okay. Celebrar.
Feste com.
Shut up.
Meus amigos.
Okay.
Festejar com a família.
Okay. We celebrate with the family. Festejar is to celebrate.
Quando vamos festejar de novo?
Are we going to celebrate again?
Você tem alguma lembrança da festa passada?
Você tem alguma lembrança da festa passada? Do you have any memories from the last party? Eles disseram, and I'm gonna say, disseram que dançaram a noite toda. They said that they danced all night long. Adorei festejar o...
Festejar.
What is it?
Adorei.
They loved the Ano Novo, to celebrate New Year's with you. Ano Novo com vocês.
Acidente.
Accident.
Tubarão.
Shark.
Areia.
Sand.
Anterior.
Previous. Eles trouxeram muitos bolos. I'm just gonna assume that it's that. Muitos bolos. Trouxeram. I just wanna... So, they brought a lot of cakes. Eles trouxeram a comida ontem. They brought the food yesterday. Eles also brought the decorations. Também brought. Trouxeram. Is it os or as decorações? Decorações. Or is it us? It's not clear. Trouxeram. Oh, and I got a typo. Wow. And we just right at the buzzer too. We got the fifth whatchamacallit. We got the 5th heart back. And all daily quests are complete. Just like that. We got double XP for a little bit. We've got 5 out of 60. 5 out of 60. Man, wasn't it like 30 or so? No, it was 50. Right, because the halfway point. Man, that's way too much. You know, I don't think I'm going to discuss the past election or the past New Year's celebrations. I might actually keep that in the chamber for tomorrow. And we're just going to, earn as we go, I believe. And whatever we have locked in for the daily quest, we could even just do that accordingly. accordingly. So we're probably gonna get like an hour's worth of double XP stockpiled. And with that, we've got a leaderboard. I guess the theme is kind of like, yeah, I guess recap is the theme of today. I think we're gonna do Ano Novo, Bia Novo. Where is she? Let's hear it. Let's see it. That'll be the last one we do. And I really hope that this one is like... Where's the New Year's celebration? There's the elevator. Let's see. You can tell that the good ones are just... Pintura de Natal. Oh, that's the more recent one we did. Maybe we didn't unlock it, because it's probably trapped in a later unit. That could be a big part of it too. When are they going to have the voice acting? That's the other part too. So let me just double check. Is Ano Novo, Bia Novo in the... Always late, didn't work today, diary, not art. Can I take a photo? You're not Mary. Where's your girlfriend? What do you want? Yeah, it's not there. I don't think we unlocked it yet. That sucks. But I do want to do one more thing. I suppose let's recap some stuff. What's a good recapitulation of the taxi? Maybe it's recap in the sense, let's do the song maybe. Yeah. Or maybe just what described the whole, I guess this whole thing. Honestly, I feel like the promotion would be a good one too. Yeah. Oddly enough, I think for recapping stuff, I got a promotion. We could probably do the song in a way of reminiscing, but I'm thinking like, I got a promotion and I don't really feel like I deserved it. Yeah, so.
A promoção.
Yeah, let's do it.
O chefe de Bia vai falar com ela.
The chefe Bia talks with her.
Oi, Bia. Eu quero conversar sobre o Carlos.
Hey, Bia, I want to talk about the Carlos.
Sim?
Yes?
Você gosta de trabalhar com ele?
Você gosta de trabalhar com ele? Do you like to talk with him?
Com o Carlos?
With Carlos?
Bom, ele é popular.
Well, he's popular.
Mas...
But...
Ele chega tarde e eu tenho que fazer...
O trabalho dele. Isso.
E... Ele nunca gosta do meu trabalho.
He doesn't like my job.
Na semana passada, ele comeu o meu almoço.
Last week he ate my lunch.
O Carlos é muito difícil.
Carlos is very difficult.
É mesmo?
Really?
Eu ia dar uma promoção para ele.
I was going to give a promotion to him. Bia really likes Carl. No.
Tenho um trabalho no nosso escritório novo. Tenho que encontrar a pessoa certa.
There's a job in a new office. I have to find the right person.
Espere.
Wait.
Esse emprego é no escritório novo?
That is the job in the new office?
O Carlos é a pessoa certa para esse emprego.
Carlos is perfect and the right person for this job.
Mas você falou que ele é muito difícil.
But you said he's very difficult.
Quem? Eu? Não. Ele é excelente.
Who? Me? No, he's excellent.
Você falou que ele chega tarde. Você falou que ele chega tarde.
You said that he arrived late.
Ah, não.
No.
Isso só aconteceu 2 vezes.
That only happened twice.
Por favor,
please.
Dá a promoção e leva ele pro novo escritório.
Please give him the promotion and take him from this off from the new to the new office. Yeah, she wants him to move away because he's a poopy head. To find, encontrar, lunch, almoço, boss, chefe, late, tarde, trabalhar, to work. That is all we got for that. And we got 36. So that means... Ooh, okay. We bumped George's W. And Pecan PC is a little behind us. But we're not in 8th place, and that's the most important thing. I might just let everything fly for now. Because tomorrow, we might go super duper. I might regret it, but we'll see. Because Hodari, this guy right here, he's only got 50 XP. I don't know if he's using a streak freeze or whatever. And we got 8 minutes left. Just to recap on the day, we did a lot of grinding just to get the double XP and just to have that double XP crossover in the wrong way, so to speak. So I'm gonna start today and Finchy just before I get too off kilter. There we go. There's the volume knob. We're just gonna take a look at the Supergirl story. Peep and Supergirl watch as the bus driver attempts to get the bus in working condition. Engine scorched, but brakes are shot. We're out of fuel. We're gonna be here a while. Well, Crypto, this sounds like our plans have to wait. How can I help to see that sometimes bad things can lead to good things? Detours are just another word for adventures. You meet interesting people on the road. I'm gonna say you meet some interesting people on the road. I always like going to new places, so many neat people to meet, Cheap. Yeah, like this talking. Hey, what species are you? I'm just a burb, Cheap. I guess we're stuck here, Peep. Let's make the most of it. Who's hungry? Me, strange alien snacks, here we come. It's Cheap. Curiosity to be continued. Alright, well, I got a didgeridoo. Turned a travel delay into an adventure. That's something we certainly did for the day. Productivity. I did get out of bed this morning. I can do it. I definitely gave myself some affirmations. I got some sunlight. I did one thing that makes me happy. Let's see, what do we got here? I did pet the bunny rabbit. I do have to clean his space up a little bit before I go to bed. But I did pet that rabbit because he's my handsome boy. I am going to keep this until complete hygiene, fridge and drawers and shelves and all that good stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. And I am just... I did shower. I did drink some water. And we're just going to send him off on an adventure with our last minute left and recapitulating. Well, that's kind of cool. But I'm going to... Yeah, we're going to look at this, everything a little bit later. But with... Geez, with 11:59 being the last bit, this is going to be the last iteration that we have of the 2000s. I think we emphasized this a long time ago with the, when we went to 1099. And I think 1095, we were, Pedro Henrique, ela, eu falo português. Olá, eu falo português. Sim. Eu estou aprendendo português. Yeah, that's what the title said. Esse título Giselle no meu live streamy. But we just hit midnight, just as I was talking to Pedro Henrique. Pedro, como vai? Prazer em conhecer você também. We made it to midnight, so we're technically out of the 2000s. And I think we emphasized that, but like what I was saying earlier before I went on the tangent of checking the comments, 1095 was our 3-year mark. So this is like over 1,000 days over the 3-year mark. Maybe that's why it's so significant that 2095 was such a monumentous number. But let's take a look at this gift that we got. Let's take a look. Ooh, we didn't claim this one. Oh my god. Blue Supergirl slushie. Ooh. I'm a blue Supergirl. Oh, they got a rainbow one. I don't know. Should I do red or blue as an accessory? Oh, man, that's cool. I think I'm going to go blue, actually, believe it or not. And then, let's see what we got for this one. Orange Supergirl record player. Choose color. Okay, I feel like the blue is actually good for Supergirl. Because look, when you look at red, it kind of blends with the logo. So I'm going red. We're also going to equip that. We're going to change our outfit soon, but how do you feel about friends who are always a little late? I'm always a little late. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm the only one that's like, it doesn't bother me. Nobody hates it. I guess I'm the person that they're fine with. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm learning Portuguese. Record, nice. Nice. You're speaking well. Our language is really difficult. English is simpler. You know, not many people who speak Portuguese natively admit to that. Because it is a hard language to learn. You know, some people say English is hard to learn. I feel like all Latin-based languages are hard to learn. There's a lot of arbitrary rules for English. I'll give you that, but it's so universally spoken and kind of the standard. I feel like there's a reason for that, you know. So, ooh, I got yellow corn slippers with a C. Pink Superburb goggles. No, I don't want to get the pink. Let's see. Red veggie doormat. I'm doing that one. Yellow veggie basket. We're going to get that one. Yeah. That's Duolingo. Yeah, it's Duolingo. And just like that, $20.99 is actually out. So the next day, which we're in right now, is going to be $2,100. And I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Just so you know, Pedro. I don't want you to get your hopes up. I'm pretty much done for my what I wanted to do for today. It was kind of a grind too. You know, I'm not really too keen on a lot of stuff, but I would say that the big thing is stuff. I drank a glass of water with each meal. I did some stretching. I did some jumping jacks. I did say one thing I'm grateful for before bed. I'm thankful for the comment, Pedro. Yeah, I agree. I wish I could go to the USA. Life here in Brazil is getting harder and more expensive every day. I feel like that isn't that much different in America. I feel like you're just playing on a different level, though. Like, let's say you come to the USA, right? The price is just up. So, like, you make, like, let's say $18 an hour, which dollars are more than reais, right? But your cost of living is like $88 an hour, we'll say. You know, if that's your salary, you know, your cost of living outpaces the American earning dollars just to live here. And that's the thing that not a lot of people weigh too. You know, and sometimes being paid less is in a country that also costs less is actually more beneficial in a weird way. And yeah. And I'm just going to keep that into, hygiene. Decluttering. I got to spend a day. Uninstall apps on my phone that don't spark joy. Listen to soft music before bed. I feel like I do that every day. I'm handsome. Oh, I did acknowledge that earlier. One kind thing to myself, I suppose I just try every single day, and I am tenacious in my stuff and things that I do. Yes, I agree. I wish I could. Okay. I'd acknowledge that. That's a real good, thing to strive for, right? To be an American, to be of us, to be, with the U.S. of A. But, you see a lot of stuff in, pop culture stuff. It's only a little bit, so native-born Americans, people who are born here, not like Native Americans, people who are indigenous, and also Europeans, when Europeans, specifically Germans, talk about America, they're just it's the best third world country to be in. And I kind of agree with that in some respect. But in the other respect, it's every country in the European Union, I think we offer military aid to, and it's just a major money drain on us as the taxpayer. So we're a wealthy country, but we don't see that wealth. It just goes to other countries. Not just Europe, but many other countries through the military-industrial complex. And that's an unfortunate truth that is never really talked about. So, I feel like Brazilians are conditioned to work extremely hard by American standards. So, if you enter America in the workforce, you're going to, outpace and outclass any workers here. Because we just suck, honestly. Yeah, really. And there's something good about America. Even just the badge of pride of us being the best third world country. It's kind of the go-between between upper class and lower class, The third world being lower class, or third or second world being lower class, America being kind of, you could be upper class or very much impoverished lower class, the lowest of the low. And it's all dependent on how much work you put in, how much intelligence you have, and, how much basically you can manipulate the system to your favor and play by the rules that are presented to you. And you have to play by the rules. Otherwise, that's it. And the unfortunate thing about that, too, is it doesn't really allow for, much recreation. If you spend your entire life being tied to debt and also managing, billion-dollar properties and all that stuff and price gouging everybody, you have to hire security, you don't live a normal life. And a lot of people in America just want to live a normal, peaceful life that's just happy, where we don't have to work that hard and eat food that isn't poisoning us. But I feel like we're attacked at all angles where the food is such low quality that we can't really do anything about it because we're too tired to fight back. And and that's the real unfortunate thing is just it's overwhelming. And I feel like Brazilians have real food, but a lot more packaged food is coming into the country. What do you think of Trump's government? What are the impacts? Well, I suppose with Trump's government, there are some good things and bad things. There was a big clampdown on illegal immigration. Problem is it's simultaneously made legal immigration difficult and raising the stakes and standards, which sucks. Because I understand the sentiment, but it's such a slow process to get someone here. I have a fiance that I'm trying to get over here, and it's taken forever. I'm scared of that, but I have a feeling that she's not going to get denied. We're gonna cultivate it. We're gonna manifest it. So, yeah. It's, answer a question in an online discussion. I feel like this is an online discussion. I'm doing the Finchy right now. Yeah. Thanks, Pedro, for helping me out with that. We were commenting on my own online discussion. It's a little conceited, but, you know, it's whatever. Despite everything, I love my country. Even though the Constitution is extremely broken, the crime practically dominates here. Love for the nation is what matters in the end. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, here's the thing, too, with that, like, nationalism is something that's so demonized. I'm not saying 100% be a red-blooded American and have pride in blowing up kids in the Middle East for some stupid turf war that you know, some 5,000-year-old turf war. But I will say, it's you know, it's a powerful country. There's a lot of wealth. There's a lot of things that benefit. You know, there's a lot of freedom in the sense of, like, we can really go on an extra limb to help benefit each other. But I feel like it's full of backstabbers and just nobody's nice. And just the animalistic nature of it, I despise. And I really, I don't know. I just really want to, like, think about I guess the ideals of how it could be. There are a lot of people on the left that think too idealistically. Like, with the assumption that we're all on the same page, but we're not. There are people, especially people with power, who do not have the cognitive capacity to feel for one another. And I think in order to get to that starting plate of being able to have empathy for one another, in order to get to that state of wealth and power, you have to do some obscene things in order to be in the club, essentially. You have to, you know, wheel out the goat and sacrifice the goat, essentially, smeared on the door frame, whatever you got to do. And I am just livid with that, you know. It's kind of like a crossroads type of a story, the selling your soul to the devil in order to be famous. And that's scary. So, like, as much as there's a lot to be proud of, so to speak, there's not something that I really inherently, you know, love more than, like, você vai aprender rápido desse jeito porque é esforçado. You will learn fast this. I don't know. I forget what jeito is. To see that it is strong, I think. Something like that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know the exact stuff that you're dishing out, homie. Man, I'm sleepy. Why do I do this so late at night? And I did a workout too. I'm so bad. Sometimes I feel like I really do this on purpose so I could end early and all that stuff, you know? You know, I am brewing like a kombucha scobes. Boy. And then I am going to, yeah. We archived our Finchy. Vai dormir, cara. Kakakakakaka. All right, well, yeah, I think I will. I'm super thankful for your comment, though. I hope you subscribe, because tomorrow is going to be a celebration, and it's going to be a long stream. That's my hope. I really hope I actually do that. I'm going to hold myself to it. I'm going to dedicate tomorrow for 2,100 days on the day streak. 2,100 days on the day streak. 2,100. It's the end of the 2000s, technically. And just to recap on everything, where did it start? It was, honestly, it started with honoring a friend and dedicating a song and a just overall homage to how 2025 was. Well, actually, let's recap even further. We go to when the 90s, in which I was born, and we kind of vaguely talked about stuff in the 90s. I wasn't really that present in the 90s. I was fairly young. But then as we crossed into like the 2000s, I'm like, oh yeah, this Pokemon game came out this day. That Pokemon game came out that day. And Zelda and Kingdom Hearts, my favorites. And I think RuneScape I threw in for a little bit just to see like, oh yeah, RuneScape 07, 2007. That was a great day, wasn't it? OSRS, old school RuneScape, 2007. And then, we finally caught up. And also, the 2000s, 2010s, it was very much about like, oh, what did I do that year? What did I do this year? And the 2010s was kind of a downfall timeline. Right up till 2019. Then I met Naya in 2020, and that was like kind of the start of Duolingo. And I had that surreal moment of like, yo, this is the day. This is the year, like 2020 was the year in 2020 was when I started Duolingo. And after like, what are we on, 5 years? I lost track. Yeah, we're on 5 years. And we're just caught up to the year in which we started. Then, of course, that next week, it's like 2021. That's when I met Bean. 2022, that's when I met Naya for the first time. 2023, that's when we submitted the K1 visa. 2024, I worked in my call center job. 2025, we finished Respair, and that was the start. Respair was the day in which we started this whole series of re-days. And all leaning up, and Respair, and I could even just go through all of them. Rekindling is how I think this year, 2026, is going to go. And I've really reached out to a lot of people and just kind of, stoked the flames of potential future relationships, of friendships that I can have. So that's, rekindling. And then I had a surreal moment then, too. It's like, wow. For the amount of years that have been in the millennia, I have crossed. It's kind of like that scene in not The Hobbit, A Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, where Samwise talks to Frodo and he's like, this is the furthest we've been from the Shire. The minute we step past this cornfield, we're gonna be it'll be the furthest we've ever gone on their epic journey to Mount Doom and Mordor. And that's kind of what 2026 was into 2027, which I think 2027 is going to be the year of regrowth. 2028, I feel like Reunite is going to be something. I'm predicting that's maybe when me and Naya are going to be together. And Year of Ignite is something along the lines of like with our combined power, we're going to ignite our not power, but I don't know, just a combination of all things positive in terms of our just a epic igniting. It could also be reforged too, depending on, and these can all be interchangeable with synonymous types of words. But 2030, is going to be the year of reflection, because 2020 we started Duolingo. 2030 would be the 10-year anniversary. Year of affirmation, reaffirmation of 2031. Going to reaffirm ourselves, I suppose. Resolve is 2032. I feel like I'm going to have some sort of resolve. You know, I'm going to finally figure it out, I hope, when I'm in my late 30s. Year of rejoice. After resolving something, we're going to be joyous about that. And 2034, we readjust. You know, because sometimes when things are good, we're going to readjust ourselves and you know, true ourselves and make sure that that's good. Resurge after the adjustment period and come back a lot better. Year of restore. You know, maybe we need to recoup ourselves from burning ourselves out too much. Year of realign. Get back to true. Recommit. Continue. You know, it's honestly the waxing and waning of life forces us to falter, and we have to recommit. Same thing with repair. And a lot of these are just based off of the days that I had at that time. So I don't know if I'm manifesting something like that. And 2040, year of reminisce. We're going to, just like 2030, we're going to, it'll be then 20 years into the future of when we started Duolingo. Year of rebirth. I think just a new day, maybe I'm going to have a kid then, you know. Reclaim. Maybe there's something that was once lost in myself that I reclaim from there. I reconcile. I come to acceptance and agreement to something. A year of reassess, where I kind of not just only reflect, but I just kind of reassess how things, how the rest of my life is going to go. Reassert. Maybe that's my midlife crisis right there. Remind myself who I am in the in 2046. We're at 2046 now. 2040 rebirth is 2041. 2042 is reclaim. 2043 is reconcile. 2044 is reassess. 2045 is reassert. 2046 is remind myself who I am. 2047 is year of reconnect. Maybe there's some sort of reunion or something, or I, you know, find connection with someone, and I feel like I did that back then. If we were looking back at the video, 2048 is the year of refresh, where, you know, maybe I burned myself out again, and I just need a little bit of R&R vacation time. Year of reject, and it's not necessarily me feeling reject in 2049. It is my rejection of certain negative things, and, you know, to shield myself from bad things. And 2050, of course, is year of reunion. I figure it's kind of like 30 years later. It's like a class reunion of sort, but with Duolingo. 2051, year of relentlessness, or year of relentless, where we just go gun-ho on something. Maybe that's my midlife crisis again. I'm going to have a lot of crises and existentialism. In 2051 for relentless. 2052 is year of relief. You know, there's probably from the strain and turmoil, I finally just feel some relief somewhere in a climactic point, probably in a positive way. 2053, year of realize. Maybe that's when I get it. Then maybe that's when I realize or have some sort of an epiphany of something. 2054, year of recounting, and it's just a measure of just recounting all the days that I've lived and, you know, looking back on life in a way. 2055, year of recharge, just like before, and a lot of years. You know, 2022 was kind of a relaxing year for me. 2055 might be like kind of like a R&R, maybe a vacation-y thing. And 2056, that's where we begin to amp things up, and the year of retry. 2057, year of release, where we let go of things that we had in the past in terms of resentments, potentially, or just pendulums, things that are holding us back and weighing us down, like anchors. 2058, year of recover. And I'm just very much I think that day I remembered recover. I was just very tired that day. 2059, year of retire. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to retire that in 2059, but I'm certainly going to think about it. And 2060, year of remembrance. So it's kind of more of a somber in memoriam type of deal. I'm not sure if somebody passed away in that day, but in 2061, we're going to recuperate after that. And 2062, year of relinquish. And I think relinquish in terms of like maybe just control, or my false sense of control or ego at that point, and in a respectful way. Hopefully it's not too traumatic here. 2060. Okay, we're back. We are back. So, as I was saying, we're on 2064. And, you know, I put it as year of restart. Maybe it's like a factory restart of like, you know, after 2063 being rebalanced and 2062 being relinquished. Those 2 years kind of just refreshed a part of myself. Like kind of like when you put the restart button. 2065, year of reassembly. Maybe I'm just going to have like, you know, a bunch of friends get together for a big old party, or maybe the family that I've cultivated will come together for that year. Who knows? 2066, year of reorganize. 2067, I think 2066, year of reorganize. Maybe I'm just getting my life ready for like passing the torch. And then 2067, I did another year of restart. So any reword that is, you know, restart. It could be refresh, but I think I have refresh somewhere down here. Yeah, I do have for 2048. I have refresh. So maybe reorganize. Maybe just redo. We'll call it. 2067 will redo something. 2068. Year of relish, where I had like a can of relish that I ate on the live stream. We're just going to relish in the moment, I suppose, and just enjoy ourselves. Kind of like rejoice. 2069, year of reverberate. And I did this simply because reverberance is is a fancy way of saying vibes. And 69, nice. Feeling the vibes, reverberate. And 2070 is a year of remit. And I would say it's kind of like a formal way of saying, like, you know, I'm handing in my badge, I'm sheathing the sword, I'm handing in my papers, essentially, for the day. And that brings us to 2071, year of resign, where I just kind of resign. I don't know if it's going to be my career or if it's going to be just like the resign, I guess, maybe like the stress. You know, it's all like a detox thing. All the negative things, seemingly negative things like relinquish, resign, reject, it's all to deny negativity. And that's kind of the vibe I want to go for. So resign, I mean, literally on that day of 2071 for the day streak, I resigned from my job and am transitioning on to the new one. Reorient the next day after I resigned from my job. And, you know, maybe in the future I'm going to get used to my new retired life officially. And 2073, I'm going to re-engage, maybe get included with some sort of a community or with in some way, shape, or form, or just engage myself in a different way, get my brain activity flowing. And 2074, year of resonate, where I do find something that I vibe with. And I think I had a good conversation with somebody at one of my service calls. 2075 is the year of rejoin, where I rejoined a group, like at a rehearsal. It was the first rehearsal after like a year hiatus. 2076, year of reverence, where I revere somebody in a respectful way. And 2077, or maybe somebody feels reverence for me. Hopefully that's my time to shine. 2077 is a year of relate, where it's kind of like a little bit of a softer way of saying rekindling or reconnecting, just, you know, relating, finding commonality in something, or maybe the world around me in more of a kind of like not otherworldly, but more so like a wise hermit. I'm becoming a wise hermit at this point. 2078, year of recommend. The wise sage recommends something to someone. 2079, year of restraint, where I did practice restraint at the concert that I played in. And because of that, that is a testament of something to be reckoned with in terms of like a wise hermit. So I feel like, 2079, that's how the year's going to go. 2080, year of reveling in the moment, kind of like relishing in the moment, but also just, I guess more of an astute, wise elder version of relishing. In 2081, year of redemption, that I've had a full circle moment where 2081, I finally redeemed myself after all this time. Then moving on to 2082, year of recenter, where I just recenter myself. Maybe something shook me up, maybe not. Maybe it's just, there's always going to be stuff that's going to shake me up over the years. That's just life. And I hope that, 2082, I just focus on recentering myself and getting things together for my own sake. 2083 is the year of resilience. Maybe there was something that became turbulent that forced me to be strong. Becoming an old man, that definitely means that longevity and resilience is on the highest priority. 2084, year of readying. Maybe this is where I'm truly readying the rest of my life. What I'm going to pass on. 2085, the year of return, where I return back to like a part of myself that I once abandoned. And, like a full circle moment in that sense. Going back to one, the end of an octave, so to speak. But not necessarily the end of my life. God, I hope not. But these are all kind of, as we're moving into the 2080s, it's very much a, am I going to be alive still type of deal. In 2086, we declared it as the year of reset. It was almost restart, but we caught ourselves. We almost did 3 restarts. So it's restart, redo, reset for that series. 2087, revisit. Just like return, I'm going to revisit another part of myself that I haven't really touched in a long time. 2088, year of revitalize, where maybe I get into Chinese medicine, who knows. 2089, year of rest, where I just take it easy. I'm an old man, I can't really do much. And maybe a lot of these years are going to be rest, we'll be honest. And 2090, year of recall. From 2020 to 2090, we're going to recall all the things that we've done and just looking back at everything. And just kind of like reminisce in a way. Or just, think about it. What did I do all these years? Did I just do Duolingos? 2091, year of refine. Kind of like nice aged wine. Maybe we're more of a refined flavor, so to speak, as an old person. 2092, year of reinvigorate. And maybe refine is, I think I defined it as like a sharpened ancient blade that just can cut through anything, that through the wise elder years that I then become, cool. And then I'm reinvigorated because of that in 2092. 2093, it's the, official year of rain. We almost had the year of rain earlier, but I feel like, it's more kingly as an old man. In 2094, a year of revolution, a full circle revolving moment in 2094. 2095, we will say it'll be the year of reputation. 2095, year of reputation. And hopefully I've left a good one, and hopefully my family has been, lifted from all the curses that we have. 2096, year of reliance. Sometimes we got to lean on our loved ones to really help us out throughout. And I'll be an old man at that point. 2097 year of reverence. And maybe this is a derivative of revere, now that I'm looking back at this. But I suppose reverence, although is technically a derivative of the same word, it is technically a different word. And reverence is hopefully, that there's a level of reverence that maybe somebody in the future generation has for me. That's my hope, at least. But I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a jerk or too much of a cringy guy to want to be honored, but if somebody reveres me by then, more power to you. Thank you. You'd make my old bones rest in a good way, or at least relax knowing that I'm held to a high standard from a different time in our lives. 2098 year of renew, and it was just yesterday. I feel like yesterday was a Monday, like a Monday on the 1st of June. So it felt like a full circle moment then too. And of course, today being 2099, the year of recap, where we recap the entire century and have another full circle moment, so to speak. And this is, hopefully, this is how my life manifests. And thank you for your comment, David. I'm just going to close the chat real quick. We could chat later in Discord. But this is how I think the rest of my life's going to go. I didn't really think Duolingo was going to be the thing for me. Like, I just had some hot girl from Brazil tell me to do Duolingo because she was too lazy to teach me herself. And I took this to such an extreme, as of now, that I can't go back from this. This is for life, baby, because I'm marrying this bitch. So let's take a look at the last iteration of this series, 2099, one last time after we have recapped everything. Boom. 2099. We'll probably see it tomorrow, hopefully, if this page sets up. But 2099 on Duolingo is quite an achievement, I will say. I humbly say. And if anybody has made it this far, if they've got past, 5.5 years of, or actually more than 5.5 years, like 5 3/4 of a year or 5 2/3 of a year, we'll say, more power to you. It's not easy. You have to really change your life and just there's a lot of deaths that happen when you count each day. There's a lot of disarray. There's a lot of turmoil. A lot of things that a lot of these years that I've depicted have, I suppose it's inevitable that there's going to be turbulence, that you have to recenter yourself or re-true yourself, reforge yourself, reinvigorate, refine, because the default state in all of life is chaotic. Not that I'm saying that it's all supposed to be chaotic, but it always seems as though whenever there's something that's very good that happens, there's something else in the inverse that doesn't. It's scary, and there are a lot of things that happen that are random. My sister, I didn't think, after meeting the love of my life, would my sister then get cancer, and then her two, bunny rabbits getting cancer and dying, and then my grandmother getting cancer, and, this whole chain of events that just not forced me, but I guess we'll say it inspired me to gain a lot of weight and stress eat over the years and just basically be unhealthy and be further away from all of my goals and music and health and all this other thing. But at least Duolingo was here. And you commenters, the chat, David, Pedro, prazer em conhecer você. To Pedro, David, we go back a little bit. You're an Oshawott fan, represent Gen 5. I never liked Oshawott initially, but ever since the anime, I love Oshawott. That's a bit of a side note. But, anytime anybody comments, and we've lost friends over the years, Victor stopped commenting. Both of the Victors, all the Victors, And I forget a lot of people. And I'm just, you know what? I say for Finch, thank someone who helped make who helped make life easier. I'm just going to save it as connection. And I'm just going to thank you guys, the commenters, you guys, like the Chad, the Chad. I hate saying it like that, but you guys are individuals. I like talking to each and every one of you as if you're all, my people. And you are. I feel like, speaking of America, there are a lot of aspects of this country that I really like. I like the fact that it's my native language, I suppose. What I don't like is that a lot of people, at least where I'm from, are very mean and condescending. I don't know if there's anything like that in Brazil. Maybe it's because there's a bit of a language barrier for me to interpret levels of condescension and negative feelings. But anytime I visit, it's always like I'm accepted in open arms. And even if I'm like an American, I'm not gonna say that I'm just a gringo and get beaten up and stuff because everybody hates Trump. And just because I hate just because I'm an American doesn't mean I voted for the guy. But it also doesn't mean I support everything he does, even if I were to vote for him. That's a bit of a side note, but I guess to more of like the main note, even with all that, Brazilians are very nice, and they've always treated me with respect and dignity. Could be wrong. I could find some jerk and it'll ruin the whole thing for me, and then it'll be racist. But you know what? For now, it works. For now, it works. There's a language barrier. I don't know what they always say all the time, so I'm cool with that. So, yeah, like I said, let's just take a look at this flame again one last time. It's, thanks, David. You're so kind. And, I just... let's take a look one last time. Boom. Yeah, and I don't want to highlight too much of the negative stuff. I mean, I miss Ruby. Like, he was a former commenter, and I thought he was a girl, so I was like, ooh, yeah. Anime girl as the as the profile pic. That means that's an actual girl. No, it's just a dude. And, nice guy. I just made too many, racist jokes. But they're jokes, Too many people get so sensitive. And I'm saying that as a sensitive guy, and just a friend of mine that I used to, that I wrote Respair with. It ended up ending, not tragically, but just suddenly, abruptly. For no other reason other than the fact that, miscommunication and all that, and refusal to kind of understand where I'm coming from. So, lack of interpretation and always the, the adamant belief that anything that anybody says is like the de facto lowest common denominator negative thing that they actually mean. And you get a lot of people like that out there on the left. On the left, you get it on people who are just nitpicking every single thing that someone says. So if they misspeak, it's on your permanent record, baby. The end. No redeeming that shit. But you know what? Maybe by 2081 I'll redeem myself. So, I mean, if I make it that long, and I hope so. I hope that there's modern medicine that actually, we put some funding into not blowing up kids to enrich the welfare of everyone. I don't think that's going to happen. But so, fucking take your ginkgo biloba every day so you don't forget this. It's Petey of the future. Take your lion's mane, distill water, get a water softener, do anything you got to do, man. You're going to be the breadwinner of your parents and your sister. I'm talking to myself of the future, and your soon to be beloved And she's gonna be a Latina. You better watch yourself, man. You better like fucking tie your shoes and clean after yourself, because you know a dirty house in a Latin household is gonna be the end of your life. Not to manifest all that crap, but I don't know. I'm super thankful of you guys for this 2,000 day streak. 2,099 days on the day streak. And then tomorrow's 2,100. I should do a fanfare. I think I'm going to level grind that either today or tomorrow. We'll see. But until then, muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. And thank you for staying with me for the rest of this recap for the 2000s. And like I've said when we started 2000, remember, every ending is a new beginning.
The song has restored my strength.